Hey guys, welcome back to Defeating Hair Loss. My name is Steve. Bobby, nice to have you back. How you been?
I've been good, Steve.
You've been away.
Yeah, Steve. I know it's been a minute since we've seen each other. So yeah, I went back home to see the parents for a while. Then I started a new job. So it's just been a lot going on for me.
New job. How's the new job going?
It's good. Busy though. Yeah.
All the co-workers see the new hair?
They do. They like it. Yeah.
They
They're asking about hair transplants and stuff.
Man, looks great.
Yeah.
Looking as usual. Bobby D, baby. Well, welcome back.
Appreciate it. Try to be a young Steve Michaels.
Young Steve Michaels. Well, so, I didn't want to bother Bobby while he was kind of away on vacation. We like to shoot video every week and bring all the new content out there to everybody. So I came up with, you usually provide all the information about before they went bald. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to give you a break. So I came up with a few of my own. And this is a little generational kind of thing. So work with me on this.
I got you.
So the first one is very interesting. It's something that I've always wanted to talk about. It always bothered me. All this stuff bothers me. These guys going bald, everybody that goes bald bothers me. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to see you guys go bald. So that's why this channel exists. So if you notice in every single video that we do, other than the short ones, the 60 seconds, we have a little clip of John Travolta when he was in his prime of Saturday Night Fever, which was a disco video movie, actually. And it was probably one of the most iconic disco movies ever. It was shot in Staten Island and Brooklyn, all over the place, in New York. Just, Verrazano Bridge, so cool. And I just can't stop watching that. And I love that video where you see the first little clip. He's kind of combing back the hair. I think we had you do that, right?
Yeah. And we also had his poster up here.
His poster, and I should have put, we got the Chippendales tonight. Yeah. I forgot that, I apologize. So the point is that song, Night Fever, and John Travolta, kind of combing his hair through, is sung by the Bee Gees.
Okay, yeah.
Now, the Bee Gees is more of a my generation than a your generation.
I'm familiar though.
But that's because it's very non-generational. It's like one of these classic songs or group of songs or bands or whatever you want to call it, that it just kind of never goes away. Like any generation can appreciate it. I don't really consider it disco, but it's definitely really, really cool. You're a musician, so it's kind of like a ballad. All their songs are, and they have these really high, what is that, soprano voices. You can't really do a karaoke with those guys because it's impossible to sing at that high level. But I love that band, and I'm not one of these I only like a certain type of music, and always respected them. And they sing in harmony together really, really well. And they're three brothers, the Bee Gees, Barry, Robin, and Maurice. And everywhere you see them, especially in that movie, but of course they've got just so many albums, like platinum albums. It's insane. But they all sing together in harmony, and they're a group. They've always been a group. They've never been that group that split apart, and kind of like Barry's kind of like the lead, and then he goes does his own thing. Mm-hmm. The sad part is that they've got the coolest hair from when they just got out of the gates over there, obviously in England or London, and Maurice was going bald. And it was ripping me apart. Now, keep in mind, at the same time, John Travolta's on Saturday Night Fever with the round brush, blow drying that. I call them polyester heads. Italian guys.
The Pauly D hair.
The pompadour polyester head. Looks like they put a little toilet roll in there and comb their hair back. It's insane how thick that hair is. So at the same time, John Travolta was kind of like Welcome Back, Kotter. He was doing Urban Cowboy, which is huge. And of course, Saturday Night Fever, there's 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. The Bee Gees were hitting their prime. They were in their prime. And you could not, put a radio station on in any city in this country without hearing the Bee Gees. And they were top of the charts every single week. It was insane, American Bandstand and all that kind of stuff. But Maurice, one of the three brothers, was going bald. It just didn't work. You had John Travolta, he was in Welcome Back, Kotter, and he had that long hair, and then you had Barry Gibb, Robin Gibb, and Andy Gibb. Andy Gibb was the younger brother, and he ended up passing away from an overdose. It was really sad, and he was supposed to be the one that was the most handsome, which he was, had great hair, which he did, and of course I was jealous of it. And he passed away. It was really, really sad, and he had a bunch of hits as well. So, before they went bald. So we're going to put up, a couple photos of actually what the Bee Gees look like. I've never even seen this before, to be frank. But when they just started out, they were in their late teens, and guess what? Maurice had hair. So then as he was going bald, he was trying to, kind of comb it a certain way. And we're gonna have to show a couple other photos of when he started losing it and when he was really losing it. But to me, before they went bald, so he had hair, just like his brothers. They were a threesome, they were awesome, they had great songs, they had great harmonies, and then all of a sudden, Maurice goes bald.
Poor Maurice, man.
Yeah, it was horrible because it just looked so out of place. And again, believe me, I was going bald at the same time. So I'm like, oh my God.
You can relate.
How does he walk down the street singing with those bell bottoms on and the platform shoes, looking at his brothers with all this hair, and he's going bald? I just it was ripping my heart out. So Maurice, Andy Gibb, Robin Gibb, Barry Gibb, but Maurice was the one out of 4, 25%, that got the lucky gene. He's the one that got cursed. He's the one that went bald. And Maurice, you're amazing, whether you have hair or not. And this is the point. He continued to be successful, obviously always there with his brothers. I haven't really checked on him like lately. I think Robin actually passed away now, but I'll find out about that. But anyway, so Maurice Gibb, my heart goes out to you, man. I'm right there with you. You hung in there, and you know what? You did really well, so congratulations. That rolls into a second one, because this is a little bonus.
Another one.
A bonus. So sticking with the same time frame, because, generational, right? The same. You ever hear Foreigner?
Yeah.
And Waiting for a Girl Like You. Anyway, everybody hears a Foreigner song, even though it's long time ago. Their heyday was kind of like the 70s, maybe even before that. I'm not really sure. Early 70s. So this is going way back. Foreigner, another group where the lead singer, his name was Lou Gramm. He was incredible. He had the highest pitch voice, just like Barry Gibb. And the songs just rolled off the platinum. I mean, almost exactly the same of what I just said about the Bee Gees. But I really didn't follow it specifically. But as time went on, we get older.
Sure.
Except for you.
I'm catching up, Steve.
We get older, and Lou Gramm, and I think it was another one of those sad cases. It's not to throw, fire on, kerosene on a fire or anything like that, but I think he had suffered from some sort of a medical condition, some sort of brain issue. And he also, later in life, kind of, admitted that he had this recreational drug problem. Isn't that weird? Like a rock star has a recreational drug problem.
Yeah, right.
Strange, right? When did that ever happen?
Yeah.
Anyway, he started losing his hair. Now, he didn't actually go bald, but he started kind of, as he aged and as he went through his drug issue and as he went through his medical issue, his hair was thinning and balding. And I was such a huge fan that as he got older, and was unhealthy, they kind of broke up and he kind of like exited out. So I'm not trying to make light of it, the fact that he had a health issue, but, all of a sudden it was like 5-10 years later. And I'm hearing, or I was watching something on some TV channel or something, and it's Foreigner, and they have this guy who I thought was Lou Gramm. In other words, I'd heard it, I didn't actually see it. And it was their new lead singer. His name is Kelly Hansen. He sounds exactly like Lou Gramm, but he has the coolest hair ever. He has the Aerosmith, what's the Aerosmith lead singer's name? Steven Tyler.
Yeah, Steven Tyler.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has, that incredible hair that just doesn't look like any hair's ever fallen out of his head. It's kind of like got that middle part. It's all the way down his back. Kelly Hansen. I found out because I had to know that now he's 63 years old. They're still, now the rest of Foreigner is kind of bald now.
Yeah.
But this guy, he's got like, the rings on his fingers, the little,
stylish,
he's got the chains on his neck.
Swag.
He's really thin. He's got the boots on. Let me tell you something. The point here is that Lou Gramm, one of my favorite singers as I was growing up and into my early adulthood, got a little sick, had a little problem, but got replaced. And man, did they replace him with a rock star. It's kind of like, they say, like on the Larry David shows, your wife divorces you and she finds a guy with better hair. Not cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lou, I love you. I think you're the key to Foreigner. Kelly Hansen, love your hair and love listening to you because he's a real rock star. That's a real rock star. I'd say Lou Gramm is an artist and a great singer. I'd say Kelly Hansen is like hardcore Motley Crue, like, killer. Anyway, well, before they went bald, Bobby, I stole the thunder. You know,
Yeah, you did a good job, Steve.
Next week,
Next
you're
week
going
I
to
got
come
it,
in
yeah.
and you're going to find some before they went bald. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and don't forget to like and subscribe.